يا أيها الذين آمنوا نداء الرحمن لعباده. Allah Ta'ala, the most gracious, calls upon His believing servants. O you who believe, أنفقوا من طيبات ما كسبتم. Spend of the طيبات of what you have earned. ومما أخرجنا لكم من الأرض. And from the things that we have brought out from the earth for you. That means what? Vegetation, produce, harvest of the agriculture. وَلَا تَيَمَّمُوا الْخَبِيثَ مِنْهُ تُنْفِقُونَ وَلَسْتُمْ بِآخِذِيهِ إِلَّا أَن تُغْمِضُوا فِيهِ. Do not specify the worst of the wealth or property to be given out in charity, that which you wouldn't even take it except that you would be cringing, closing your eyes, like cringing here we would say. Meaning looking at it in a way that you know it's not good. So if you found it, as Al-Hasan al-Basri said, and Qatada, two great imams of the Tabi'een and Tafsir, they said, لَوْ وَجَدْتُمُوهُ يُبَاعُ فِي السُّوقِ. If you found that thing that you're giving in charity in the market for sale, مَا أَخَذْتُمُوهُ بِسَعْرٍ جَيِّدٍ. You would not take it for a good price. You would only take it for a very cheap price because it's very low level quality. It's mentioned by Al-Imam al-Baghawi in his Tafsir. So do not give from the things that you yourself, if you saw them in the marketplace, you would cringe and you wouldn't like them. It's natural, right? If you go to a marketplace and they're selling apples or fruits and things, you have the good ones and you have the bad ones, right? So the ones that you would look at and you would see spots on them and perhaps some softness, some brown spots, and you wouldn't purchase those. You wouldn't take those if it's your choice. You would put them to the side. Don't give in charity with that. This right here, this message right here, who does it go to? Those who are part of the administration of the masjid know this all too well. People dump at the masjid their garbage in the name of charity. There are many people who give good quality things in charity. And may Allah Ta'ala bless them and increase them in goodness. But there are some people, they dump their garbage off at the masjid. Garbage that Goodwill would not even accept. Garbage. You know, they dump the absolute worst of what they have. And we say to them what Allah Ta'ala says to His believing servants. Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu. O you who have believed. Anfiqu min tayyibati ma kasabtum. Spend, meaning give in charity, from the good that you have earned. From the good, from the tayyibat. Not from the sayyi'at or the khabithat. Not from the lowest or the worst. وَمِمَّا أَخْرَجْنَا لَكُم مِّنَ الْأَرْضِ. And from the things that we have brought out of the earth for you. وَلَا تَيَمَّمُوا الْخَبِيثَ مِنْهُ تُنْفِقُونَ. Do not pick out the worst things, the khabith. Don't pick out the lowest things to give from. وَلَسْتُمْ بِآخِذِيهِ. And to the rest of the verse, right? That's verse number 267 in Surah al-Baqarah. So we say to our brothers, don't do that. Rather, if you have some things that you no longer wish to own, clothes that you have worn out, you look. If the clothes are still wearable, then there are poor people who will take them. But add to your clothes that are old and you wish to give to people who may not have much, and this would be a good find for them, add some good things from what you own as well. Don't give only the old, rotten, throwaway stuff. Don't do that, because Allah Ta'ala has told us to be balanced in the way we give charity. وَلَا تَيَمَّمُوا الْخَبِيثَ مِنْهُ تُنْفِقُونَ. And this was only intended by the Shaykh to be a bit of an explanation for the word khabith. That the word khabith encompasses, khabith is filthy, but it encompasses things which are halal. From this passage you understand that what you're being forbidden from singling out and giving is the halal things. They're not haram, but they're just the least desirable of the things that you own. So Allah has referred to that as khabith. From that you understand that the word khabith does not absolutely indicate that something is haram or that it is najas. Since Allah Ta'ala has used that word to describe the lowest of the halal food, the halal things that you have, that is not najas. There's no indication in this passage that it's najas, that it's impure, or that it is haram, impermissible. This verse, وَلَا تَيَمَّمُوا الْخَبِيثَ مِنْهُ تُنْفِقُونَ, the entire verse, some of the tabi'un said, it was the case that the people had been giving in charity the worst of the fruits at harvest time. They had been giving in charity the lowest in rank of their wealth. And they would keep the best for themselves. Meaning, they would keep that for themselves to eat from and to have. فَأَنزَلَ اللَّهُ الْآيَةَ, and then Allah Ta'ala had revealed this verse regarding that situation. The keeping of the best of the harvest and giving away in charity the worst of the halal harvest. Now, remember, we are to be balanced in all matters. And at times, without balance, without choosing correctly from all different categories, we can be oppressive. We can be oppressive. For example, we would be oppressive if we came to give charity, we looked at all of our harvest, we have a farm or something, or we looked at all of our wealth, and we picked the very best of it, and we put it on the side, and we said, this is for us, and now I'll give charity from the khabith, that which is undesirable from the rest of what I own. We would be oppressive here, in contradiction to the ayah that Allah Ta'ala has sent down regarding that situation. Add to that the Prophet ﷺ sent Mu'adh ibn Jabal to Yemen, to be a governor over the people and to take the zakat from them, from the rich, and to distribute the zakat to the poor. And he told him, وَإِيَّاكَ, and stay away from كَرَائِمَ أَمْوَالِهِمْ, the best category of their wealth. Stay away from the kara'im, the karima, the very best of their wealth. When you take the zakat, don't go and take their prize camel and the prize sheep and leave the regular middle class sheep and the lowest rank of sheep, but rather take from all categories. So if you're going to take 3 sheep, take one from the best, one from the middle, and one from the lowest. Or take 3 from the middle, be balanced and be just. Be warned. Look at how he connected this to dhulm. He said, إِيَّاكَ وَكَرَائِمَ أَمْوَالِهِمْ. Be warned about taking the finest of their possessions. وَاتَّقِ دَعْوَةَ الْمَظْلُومِ. And protect yourself from the supplication of the oppressed. He connected this idea as if to say, if you take the finest of their wealth, then you are a dhalim and they are madhroom. So be on guard against the supplication of the oppressed. فَإِنَّهُ لَيْسَ بَيْنَهُ وَبَيْنَ اللَّهِ حِجَابٌ. Because there is no barrier between it, the dua, the supplication of the oppressed, and Allah. Meaning it's a dua that is accepted. In one narration, even if it's from a non-Muslim. Look at how, in choosing the tayyib and the khabith, the Prophet ﷺ told Mu'adh not to take the tayyib here, referring to it as kara'im amwalihim. Don't take the very finest choice sheep or, the best of their wealth. Of course, rather take from the middle. And the religion of al-Islam is the middle course. The middle course of good, wholesome statements and actions, the straight path.